So yesterday, before I went to bed, I knew that today would be a day to shoot a video. I got ready, put things on the table, a pen and paper, a few ideas. I jotted everything down and I was ready to go. But when I woke up this morning, I don't know what happened. Let's just say that it's 11:30 p.m. and I'm shooting the video right now. I am not proud of myself. Be honest with yourself. Have you ever promised yourself that today is the day where I'm going to sit down with pen and paper and write down my whole business plan? After a couple hours, all you end up doing is ordering a few items from Amazon and writing hustle and putting posters on your wall. I spent the whole day vacuuming the carpets, cleaning my car, going to take a walk, cooking, everything but what I set out to do last night. If you're like me, a lazy but ambitious perfectionist, you're in the right place. In today's video, I am talking about Pareto distribution, aka the 80-20 rule. This is a cheat code that shows how 20% of your effort drives 80% of the results. Let's dive in. But first, what is Pareto distribution? An Italian economist called Vilfredo Pareto discovered that 20% of his pea pods produced 80% of his peas. And then Vilfredo sat down with a pen and paper and realized that this pattern showed up everywhere in life. And today, Pareto Principle still applies in full. 20% of books in your bookshelf produce 80% of the most useful ideas. You can also say that 20% of the book produced 80% of the ideas that will change your life. 20% of YouTubers score with 80% of the views. The key takeaway is that most things just don't matter so much. Your job and my job is to spot the key important 20% that can produce 80% of the results in our lives. For the rest of the things, forget about them. The Pareto Principle applied in my day today. Now, I did everything that I wanted to do. Eating snacks, going on a long walk, cleaning, carpeting, everything that I wanted to do. But I did not feel satisfied because I knew that at the back of my mind, I needed to make the video. This was the only way to make me feel that the day was utilized accordingly. This was the only thing that I set out to do today. The rest were just fluff. When I was done shooting the video, I felt like a huge burden was lifted off my shoulders. If you've ever been in the corners of YouTube, I'm sure you've seen a video that says Warren Buffett told his staff to write 25 things they wanted to do with their lives, or 25 goals. He told them to scratch everything off and forget about them, and focus on the top 3 or top 5 on the list. In our case, it would be the top 5. Everything else is off limits until the 5 are done. This is the utilization of Pareto Principle. Protect the 80% of your life and the remaining things will follow. So you might ask yourself, where can you and I begin? The time that you wake up is the most important time of the day. And the time that you go to bed or before you go to bed is also very important in your success. The first 30 minutes after waking up are very crucial. According to Mel Robbins, this is when you decide how your day is going to be. 30 minutes before you wake up and 30 minutes after you wake up will set the rhythm for your whole day. Now, what can you and I do to conquer the day? 30 minutes after you wake up, you can drink water, stretch, or hydrate, or you can work out. This is you welcoming yourself. This is your you time. You can sit down, decide what you're going to do for the day. If you're looking at emails, you're telling people that I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know what to do with my time. Therefore, I want you to show me what to do, market to me what to do first before I do anything else. And this is horrible. This is not putting yourself first. It could be you and your book. Same thing can apply before you go to bed. You can choose to read a book to unwind, or you can decide to journal, to let go of the difficult thoughts of the day and to let yourself rest accordingly. If you rest accordingly, the day will most likely take care of itself. You might work on getting better on managing your time or getting better in using your phone during the day. But I think if you take care of the morning and the night, that is your Pareto distribution for the day. And those things will propel you to a better life. Pareto Principle applies also in creating content. Now, the thumbnail and the audio quality are your 20%. People can forgive a bad video, but they cannot forgive a bad audio. This pair is your 20% if you're a content creator. So what's the takeaway? First thing that I can recommend is to sit down with a pen and paper and apply the Warren Buffett's principle. Write down 20 of your dreams or your goals, aspirations, whatever you can call them. Circle 3 only. Forget the rest and narrow down on these 3 things. Focus on them, chase them by all means and might. This is what your life will be comprised of for a very long time. Until you accomplish these goals, ignore the rest. After you wake up and before you go to sleep, focus on these two sections of your life. Make sure that everything is correctly done to the T. Pick a time whereby your brain is the sharpest, where you can sit down with a pen and paper and you can focus on a task. For example, you can decide to choose one single task in a day. For example, morning, where you can sit down and decide that I have a single vision for the day, which is to call 5 clients. You can decide to focus on one task that's going to move the needle, whatever it is that moves the needle for the day, and focus on that one task for the rest of the day. This is your 20%. Make sure that your Pareto distribution tasks are very easy to follow and simple. This way you can keep doing them every day and you can form a habit out of it. What 20% of the tasks that I did last week made 80% of the wins? Which 20% of the bad habits caused 80% of the stress? Double down on the wins and delegate the rest. Done. Now here's the truth. Ambition without focus equals guilt and clutter. The Pareto distribution is there to free you of your own self. It's to free you of your own perfections and just to let you focus on the things that matter the most to you. Let me know how you apply Pareto distribution in your life. If this video helped you become more organized and avoid stress or being overwhelmed, you might like the video above. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I will be unpacking videos that can help you and I grow. Thanks for hanging out. And as always, let's keep climbing that mountain of growth. See you next time.